The Indian trio looking to maintain their gold medal dominance. The Indian shooters being Ronak Raj Mehto, Bhanu Pratap Singh Chaudhary and Anshul Batra. On firing point H, we have Bhanu Pratap Singh Chaudhary from India. Fiona. A perfect score in shooting during the national championships. So there are some big expectations. Point E from Kazakhstan, Kashkimbayev Ayat. E from Indonesia, Febrian Anang. Firing point B from India. And finally, our 8th finalist on again. All the 8 shooters will now...
Let's see how well the series will start, how well the round will start between these lads. Every shot from here on is crucial for the medal. And every good start have a history of turning into at least a podium finish. Each and every individual is definitely looking out for the same. Can there be any other nation other than India to back that gold medal? We have high hopes from Kazakh as well as Kyrgyzstan as well as Indonesia. Let's see if these guys have the potential to topple down the Indian dominance that they have showcased in the past 3 days. And with this, the shooting begins, and we can see Anshul Batra not too far off the target, but the start from Kazakhstan is not good enough. Pretty off. But a 10.6.
Every shot these shooters fire here counts to something bigger, amounts to a big score. Every decimal point counts. Even a 10.4 often is not considered the best. The closer you are to the bullseye, the better it is. Anything under 10 will simply shake the nerves of the best of the shooters and make them uncomfortable.
That is very true. Keeping your nerves is the major part of it. And let's see.
Indonesian shooters take the lead here on number 1 and number 2 with Febrian with a 51.5 and Modiono.
At the bottom is under the name of an Indian player. Generally that's not been the case, at least in the past. But now the competition is getting higher up with Indonesia and Kyrgyzstan performing really well. Kazakhstan not too far out, having good consistency. Takes up the lead, not by a big margin, but just a tiny bit. But these are just intermediate results right now. This is just the 6th shot being taken. This is the second series of 5 rounds. A long way to go for each and every individual, but Chaudhary, Bhanu Pratap Singh, yet again, another 10.8 for the lad. And he has hit a 10.8.
Both Indonesian shooters at a tie though with exactly the same score.
Another 10.8, but this time it is from the player of Indonesia. Oh, and just look at the points, very close. 10.8, such a big number to achieve, such an accurate number. And Mehto, who had a fairly rough start to the game, it's a 10.
From the last 2 days, we saw Asifar Hadatul take a bronze in pistol earlier. But a gold here for Modiono would be a game changer, a first for Indonesia in this tournament and a historic moment for the youth program. They have come very, very close multiple times in the last. A lot of their shooters have made it to the top 8 but have failed to finish in the top 4 or reach the podium. If Modiono is able to change that, it will be historic for Indonesia and their youth.
At this point, and slowly and steadily, we are getting closer to the first elimination with every shot being taken. But if you look at the scoreline, 102.8, 0.4 and 0.0 between the top 3. Such a close scoreline between two players from their nation, both in the top 2. A crazy start with the first 10 shots. Chaudhary Bhanu Pratap Singh, 102 points for him. Anshul Batra, 101.6, not too far out from the top 3.
A 10.6 from the Kyrgyzstan shooter Muratov that might save him from the elimination. But he's still a 1.4 behind Anshul.
And that's a big drop down. And in instances like this, the pressure accumulates on the player. The nervousness kicks in, the nerves start panicking. And this is where champions are made. You should know how to control your nerves. You should know how to control that rifle so good that it's most likely that they might finish on the 8th slot itself. And Kyrgyzstan, with 12 shots being taken, 119 points for them. Kazakhstan.
Look at these young guns who have changed the game for Kyrgyzstan and have now reached the finalists. Couldn't go further, but what a brilliant performance from Muratov, Abdurrazzaq.
The next two to determine the 7th slot. And as things stands, just 0.7 point separating India and Kazakhstan. Anshul Batra and the player from Kazakh very close in terms of the points, and now a quick shot being taken and so many shooters.
This is where the shooters also have to remember that even if one shot was bad, you still have the next one. They can't get too upset or spend too. He cannot let the good shots get to his head, nor the bad ones actually, if he wants to keep that lead of his. Just focus on the very present shot, the one that you have to do now, and that is all that you.
And now Kazakhstan survives, but the competition is getting even more harder from here on. The competition is getting even more closer and even more difficult. 141.2, 142, 142.9. This is how the score tally is looking like. Anshul Batra might not be able to come above that 6th position. Shot number 15 and 10.4 being the average in the top 2 players, but Anshul Batra, he needed a big one. Just 9.8, the only one to score less than 10 in this.
This shot is going to make a big difference for Anshul Batra, the Indian shooter here, because he's 1.5 away from the Kazakh shooter before him. This is either the shot that will save him and take him further up in the top 5, or this is where he fires his last one.
The confirmation that Anshul Batra finishes off on the 6th position right now.
Not the best day for Anshul here. He will not be happy, neither will his coach, because he has a past record of scoring a perfect score of 400 on 400 in national championships. Will not be proceeding in this international championship, the Asian Rifle Pistol Championship. We still have 2 Indian shooters, 2 Indonesian shooters.
The way both the lads are playing, it is incredible. Having a good lead and retaining it for quite some time. Slowly and steadily move. 15 shots being taken. Kazakhstan 0.6 behind India's Mahato. And with the confirmation, it is Kazakhstan who takes the 5th position there. One shot was required for him to survive to the top 5. But again, Kashimba A. Ayat gets eliminated. We are down to the top 4.
For the next
2
competition shot,
representatives from India and 2 representatives from Indonesia.
start.
And if you look at the scoreline, his place already for the gold medal. Already 1.9 ahead of his counterparts. But now it's a battle for the top 3. Fabrian and Mato.
We are down to the last shot to have a final 3 podium finishers. It is between India and Indonesia. This kind of consistency needs to be rewarded.
Start.
Last and final shot for one of them, because after this we will be left with our top 3 podium finishers. Shot number 20 out of 24.
And now, to decide the bronze medalist for the Indonesian side.
He has taken the lead of 3.3 ahead from Fabrian from Indonesia. Banu Pratap Chaudhary from India is 0.1 behind Fabrian Anand from Indonesia.
Of this entire event, after that we will be concluding day 3 of the Asian Rifle Pistol Championship, New Delhi 2026. Mudiono, who has retained his lead from the very beginning, and Fabrian Anand.
Well, for the gold medal, I believe the competition is already over, since Udion is in a different league altogether. And now, Mudiono gets and secures a bronze medal in this one, which means Chaudhary Bhanu Pratap Singh is in the top 2 and has a direct competition with the Indonesian Mudiono.
Chaudhary from India is following Mudiono, but he is 2.9 behind Mudiono.
We are down to the last 2 single shots of this event and our last 2 finalists.
Formality from here on, since the way Mudiono has played the entire final, he is surely a deserved winner of the gold medal. Been super consistent and has not given up his lead even till the 23rd shot being taken. And we can see Chaudhary Bhanu Pratap Singh already a 10.5 and a 10.7 being scored from both the players, just 0.2 separating even in the 23rd shot. That is to Mudiono, 239.5, while Chaudhary Bhanu Pratap each other on the G and the F firing spot. This shot has already been decided the winner. It is going to be Mudiono from Indonesia, who will be crowned with the gold medal, and Chaudhary Bhanu Pratap Singh will have to suffice with the silver one.
The last shot, the winner, the gold medalist, a first for Pramodio Mudiono, the promising young Indonesian shooter from Jakarta. He won the C Shooting Championship in 2025, and this is his first ever Asian gold. A big congratulations to the young lad. Also, first Asian silver for Bhanu Pratap, who gave a very good competition and managed to come second. It is a double podium for Indonesia in this final event of day 3 of the Asian Rifle Pistol Championship 2026. You were watching us on Fan Code. Thank you for joining. We hope you enjoyed the matches as much as we did, because we have had some very exciting results today.